नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम. Dear student, this is the voice of Dr. Muhammad Iqbal, your course instructor, Education Policy and Planning, Program MA Education, Leadership and Management, Semester 7. Dear students, these are my revision lectures, and this is lecture number 33, in which I will revise educational planning process in Pakistan, educational planning process objectives and constraints. Moreover, I will request you, please note down the questions and queries if you have problems to understand the concepts and the role of various bodies or approaches used in educational planning, and ask the question me on my Google Classroom. I will try to address your questions. Now I am going to start. First of all, I will introduce about educational planning or planning. Introduction to planning. A basic management function involving formulation of one or more detailed plans to achieve optimum balance of needs or demands with the available resources. So education planning is a process in which, first of all, we describe or identify our needs according to our objectives. Then we try our resources and match these resources with our objectives or planning or demands, and then prioritize our needs according to our needs, according to the requirements of the society or education system. So the planning process identifies the goals or objectives identify the goals. The planning process, number one, identify the goals or objectives to be achieved. Number two, formulate strategies to achieve them. Number three, arrange or create the means required. And number four, implement, directs and monitor all the steps in their proper sequence. So this is briefly a sketch of planning process. Now I will move forward. Approaches to planning. In simple or in reality, these approaches are: number one, reactive. Reactive mean past oriented, यानी माजी में जो कुछ हो रहा है उसकी बुनियाद पे आप रिएक्शन करते हुए आप ये अप्रोच यूज़ करते हैं, यानी माजी के तजर्बात को सामने रखते हुए तो आप प्लानिंग का प्रोसेस करते हैं, और जो माजी की चीज़ें रह गई हैं या जिनको हासिल करना बाकी हो उनको. नंबर टू है इनएक्टिव. दिस इज़ प्रेजेंट ओरिएंटेड. इट मीन्स ये मौजूदा सूरत हाल पर फोकस करती है. एंड प्री एक्टिव अप्रोच फोकस्ड ऑन प्री डिटर्मिनेशन बेस्ड ऑन प्रिडिक्शन ऑफ फ्यूचर, यानी फ्यूचर की प्रिडिक्शन पर इसका इन्हिसार होता है। हम अपनी मुस्तकबिल की ज़रूरियात की प्रोजेक्शन करते हुए हम ये अप्रोच यूज़ करते हैं। और प्रोएक्टिव, दिस अप्रोच इज़ विजन बेस्ड, बेसिकली creating the future. In this approach, we create our own future according to our mission, our vision, and तो मुस्तकबिल हम अपना तराशते हैं इस अप्रोच के मुताबिक। Now I will come towards the stages of planning. Stages of planning. Number 1, pre-planning stage. Creation of suitable organization, machinery to participate, creation of information, defining objectives at various levels. So this is pre-planning stage. At this stage, the planning process starts. Number 2, planning. Diagnosis of criteria, present and previous performance, relevance, effectiveness, efficiency, etc. And the third stage is plan formulation, costing of future. जो हमारी मुस्तकबिल की ज़रूरियात होती हैं, अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स और रिसोर्सेज को मैच करते हुए हम उनकी प्रायोरिटीज सेट करते हैं। एस्टैब्लिशिंग प्रायोरिटीज, टारगेट सेटिंग एंड फिजिबिलिटी टेस्टिंग। फिजिबिलिटी टेस्टिंग से मुराद ये है, हम ये देखते हैं कि आया ये जो प्लानिंग का प्रोसेस है या जो कुछ हम प्लान कर रहे हैं ये काबिल अमल भी है कि नहीं। तो इस स्टेज पर हम ये देखते हैं। फोर्थ स्टेज इज प्लान एलैबोरेशन। दिस इज प्रोग्रामिंग एंड प्रोजेक्टाइजेशन। प्रोग्रामिंग मीन प्लान को काबिल अमल हिस्सों में या यूनिट्स में तकसीम करना और यानी उसके माइलस्टोन्स में तकसीम करना। और जो नेक्स्ट फिफ्थ स्टेज है, दिस इज प्लान इम्प्लीमेंटेशन। इट इंक्लूड्स एग्जीक्यूशन, मैनेजमेंट, एनुअल बजट, एनुअल प्लान, पर्सनल ट्रेनिंग, इंसेंटिव्स एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी। एंड स्टेज 6 is establishment of mechanism for monitoring, evaluation, a systematic revision, targets, resetting, changes in strategies, formative, summative, qualitative, quantitative evaluation of evaluation। ये छठे लेवल पे या छठे स्टेज पे हम ये सारा हम देखते हैं कि ऐसा मॉनिटरिंग और इवैल्यूएशन का निज़ाम बनाते हैं कि जिसमें हम सिस्टमैटिक तरीके से टारगेट्स को रिवाइज करते हैं और फिर रीसेट करते हैं और उनके हुसूल की स्ट्रेटजीज़ में अगर प्रॉब्लम हो तो उनको चेंज करते हैं और फॉर्मेटिव दौरान प्रोसेस और हर माइलस्टोन या स्टेप की कंप्लीशन होने पर उसकी सबमिटिव इवैल्यूएशन की जाती है, क्वालिटेटिव अंदाज से और क्वांटिटेटिव अंदाज से। फिर इवैल्यूएशन के मेथड की भी इवैल्यूएशन की जाती है कि आया क्या वो इवैल्यूएशन हम ठीक तरीके से कर रहे थे या हमारे टूल्स या हमारी चीज़ें वो ठीक थी या नहीं थी। सो इस सारे को हम देखते हैं। अब हम now I will come towards the types of plan. So types of plans are following. Number 1, long-term plan, 5 years and more. Short-term plans, 1 to 3 years. mid-term plans, it's also 3 to 5 years. Rolling plans just keep on changing every year. यानी अगर एक साल में आपका एक कोई प्लान पूरा नहीं होता तो आप उसको अगले साल पे रोल ऑन कर देते हो. और 1 ईयर प्लान भी होता है, और एक्चुअली रोल ऑन जो करते हैं वो 1 ईयर प्लान को ही करते हैं. तो ये थे टाइप्स ऑफ प्लान. आगे चलते हैं. मेजर स्टेजेस ऑफ प्लानिंग प्रोसेस. प्लानिंग प्रोसेस की मेजर स्टेजेस, आप इस द सर्कल को देख रहे हैं जिसमें हम ये सबसे पहले स्टार्ट होती है डाटा कलेक्शन एंड प्रोसेसिंग. डाटा कलेक्शन एंड प्रोसेसिंग. नंबर 2 पॉलिसी फार्मूलेशन. फिर हम प्लानिंग की एक के हवाले से एक सबसे पहले एक पॉलिसी बनाते हैं एंड देन नीड्स असेसमेंट हम करते हैं. नीड्स असेसमेंट जिन नीड्स की हमें रिक्वायरमेंट्स होती है, जिनके बारे में हमने प्लान करना होता है, उनकी नीड कर असेसमेंट करते हैं. फिर कास्टिंग ऑफ नीड्स. फिर उन नीड्स को पूरा करने के लिए हम उनके लिए वसाइल का तयन करते हैं और कॉस्ट करते हैं उनको. और फिर अपने रिसोर्सेज के मुताबिक देन 5th नंबर पे प्रायोरिटीज सेटिंग. हम प्रायोरिटीज सेट करते हैं और प्रायोरिटीज सेट करने के बाद हम देखते हैं 6ठे नंबर पे फिजिबिलिटी टेस्टिंग है. फिजिबिलिटी टेस्टिंग में ये होता है कि हम देखते हैं कि आया ये जो हमने प्लानिंग का प्रोसेस सेट किया है या हमारी जो हमने प्रायोरिटाइज की है अपनी नीड्स, वो काबिल अमल भी हैं या नहीं है. फिर 7th नंबर पे है ये प्लान फार्मूलेशन. प्लान फार्मूलेशन और हम प्लान बनाते हैं. और देन 8वें नंबर पे हम क्या करते हैं, प्लान एलैबोरेशन. प्लान को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए उसको छोटे छोटे यूनिट्स में तकसीम करते हैं या उसको एलैबोरेट करते हैं, उसको ब्रीफ करते हैं. एंड देन 9th लेवल plan implementation. Plan is implemented at 10th level, the plan evaluation and revision. So these are 10 steps briefly which have been involved in the process of educational planning or planning process generally. So in every planning process these steps have been followed more or less. Dear students, now I will come towards the briefly major milestones and types of plan formulations in Pakistan. Development Board, which was responsible the development of these plans. Development Board 1948. This Development Board was set up in 1948 in Economic Sphere Division in deal with the questions and rapid economic development of the country. Number 2, the 1951 6th 5-year plan was education under the Colombo Plan for Cooperative Economic Development in South Asia and East Asia. ये बनाया गया 6 साला पाकिस्तान का जो प्लान. एंड तब देन दिस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वाज गिवन टू द प्लानिंग कमीशन ऑफ पाकिस्तान फ्रॉम 1958. फर्स्ट 5-year plan was developed in 1955 to 60, and second 5-year plan 1960 to 65. Third 5-year plan was 1965 to 70. The fourth 5-year plan 1970 to 75. The fifth 5-year plan 1978 to 83, and the sixth 5-year plan 1983 to 88. The seventh 5-year plan 1988 to 93. The eighth 5-year plan 1993 to 98. The ninth 5-year plan 1908 to 2003, and the 10th 5-year plan was 2010 to 15. So these were 5-year plans which were followed and made and implemented completely or partially in Pakistan. So for the development of education system of various levels, and these plans have made very major contribution in the development of education in Pakistan. Two long-term plans, 1965 to 85 and 1998 to 2003. From June 2004, the Planning Commission gave a new name to the 5-year plan. So medium-term development framework. Medium-term development framework. From June 2004, the Planning Commission gave new name to 5-year plan. 32 working groups then produced the medium-term development framework 2005 to 10. The 10th 5-year plan 2010 to 15 also included the review of first medium-term plan, development plan framework, then rolling plan or ADP, AD program and AD plan. So this was the overview of the 5-year plans of and medium-term development framework in Pakistan. So now I will come towards the development process of educational planning process in Pakistan, which is described or which is being presented in this slide or in this diagram or a framework. So educational planning in process in Pakistan, a responsible agency is Planning Commission, prepares approach paper, constitutes technical working groups, preparation of chapters, so consultation with the federating units of education from provinces, and consultation with the provincial governments for input. So it means at this level the Planning Commission consult the federal agencies and federal institutions, and at the same time it also concerned the provincial government for its input. Then first draft of plan finalized, so sent to the Federal Ministry of Development partners for comments, and sent to all provincial governments for comments. Then finalization of draft plan for presentation in cabinet. So finance division, resource availability, and then so EAD, Economic Affairs Division for foreign aid and availability. So for this purpose, the first draft is presented to Finance Division and Economic Division, Affairs Divisions for foreign funding or foreign aids, etc. And after this, it is finalization of draft plan for presentation in cabinet, federal cabinet में इसको पेश किया जाता है. Then submitted to National Economic Council, and so circulation among all provincial governments and Federal Ministry of Education, and then after approval or along with the approval, elaboration of plan into programs and projects. So these are the steps which are followed in Pakistan for planning process. Now I will come to the project approving bodies in Pakistan. Executive Committee of National Economic Council, ECNIC. It is a very highly powered institution or agency approving authority for the provincial projects costing beyond 10,000 million and projects as mentioned below. Any project involving foreign component, any project of irrigation costing 1,000 billion or more. Then comes number 2, Central Development Working Party, CDWP. Central Development Working Party, which is located at Planning and Development Division of Planning Commission, Islamabad, is clearing house for any provincial projects with costs exceeding rupees 10,000 million are recommended by the PWD Provincial Development Working Parties to Central Development Working Party. So then number 3, the Provincial Development Working Party. Provincial Development Working Party sanctions project costing rupees 200 million to rupees 10,000 million at provincial level. So then they approve the plan and send it to the federal level to the Central Development Working Party for the approval and for onward process to get approvals from Central Development Working Party or Executive Committee of National Economic Council, ECNIC, which is chaired by Prime Minister of Pakistan. Note, any survey or feasibility study PC second is approved by Provincial Development Working Party irrespective of the cost. Within the approving competency DDSC. So moreover, heads of to attached departments, officers in category 1 have powers to sanction schemes up to the values of rupees 2.5 million. So divisional development working party DDWP. This is an body at divisional level. Project costing up to rupees 100 million are approved by the divisional development working party headed by the respective commissioner or secretary. And district development committee DDC, project costing rupees 50 million are approved by the DDC of each district. So this is the setup of a planning process are approving in Pakistan from federal level to provincial level, even at district level. Objectives and constraints. Now I will come toward the second part of this presentation, objectives and constraints of planning process in Pakistan. So objectives, idealistic versus realistic, qualitative versus quantitative. The objectives are normally idealistic. Normally the politicians make idealistic objectives while the government officials or bodies make realistic objectives, qualitative versus quantitative. So why objectives needed? Why objectives? हमें objectives की ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ती है? Basically, these objectives are navigators. These provide direction to the planning process are to make. So to make wise decisions, what if not wisely made? Control the wastage of resources. What if they don't match? It means to eliminate or eradicate those resources which are not matching the needs, or there's an intents of wastage of resources. So manage time efficiently. So what if time is wasted? So it means objectives provide us these guidelines to make maximum use of available resources on economy of scales and avoid unseen threshold. What if translated differently? It means those unseen expenditures also to avoid them. The objectives also provide direction for this purpose. So other constraints, the constraints regarding planners or planning process. So these constraints include political problems or political will, treasury, financial, technical, managerial, and physical. And then international level, at international level, these incidental, like the situation have been arise due to the COVID-19 crisis in overall the whole world. तो इसने पूरी दुनिया पर बहुत गहरे असरात मुरतब किए हैं, दुनिया की मईशतों पर, और बड़ी बड़ी मईशतों को इसने डबो कर रख दिया। कुछ नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ भी इसकी वजह से दरियाफ्त हुई हैं। नंबर 2 एनवायरमेंटल, माहौल की वजह से, एंड नंबर 3 सोशल. सो दीज आर other constraints which may be hinder the process of planning. And in the last, remedies for these constraints. First of all, we should analyze the impact of. So impact of analysis is the first remedy to avoid these, to overcome these constraints. Consistency analysis. Consistency analysis is the second remedy. And number 3, compatibility analysis. Compatibility analysis means whether this planning or this plan is compatible or according to our needs or matching our needs. And fourth field analysis, fourth strategy, in which we analyze the ground realities. And so these are the 4 remedies to overcome these problems or constraints. So in the last, this is the review of education policies of Pakistan, and this is a reference. And dear students, I have presented in front of you the education planning process of Pakistan, planning process stages, and then planning bodies which take part in the planning process from federal, national level to at provincial or even district level. And then I have discussed with you the constraints which hinder which cross problem for the planning process or implementation process. And also I have also discussed with you the remedies to overcome these constraints or problems of educational planning process at any level, national level, provincial level, divisional level, district level. And also all this bodies and their powers. Also, I have also discussed the bodies, their planning process, and their approval authorities and financial powers to approve the plans. So these were all my presentation, and next I will discuss and give overview the national 5-year plans, remaining 5-year plans of Pakistan in my next sessions. Thanks for your precious time, and please note down the problem, or if any problem you feel in this presentation, and you feel free to write on the Google Classroom. I will address this. Assalamu alaikum.